morning, everybody. I am going to test out a few things that I got from Sephora at Kohl's yesterday. What do you guys think about that move from JCPenney's to Kohl's? Very interesting, huh? So the main product that we're going to be talking about today, I'm going to be doing a first impression on the KVD Good Apple Concealer. It's full coverage concealer. I have mine in the shade Tan 169. I wish there were more neutral shades in the tan section, but I think this one will be a good match based on the swatches I did on my hand. But it is a little bit tricky sometimes with concealer, and you definitely don't want to put testers on your face. So I have on a light layer of the Fenty Skin Tint, and we're gonna just test this out and see how it goes. I have a lot of errands to run today, and I'm wearing my Roots and Refuge sweatshirt, so you may see this sweatshirt in a gardening video that I have coming up. So I like the packaging. It's a plastic container with what looks like a dropper, but it's not a dropper, it's just a regular doe foot. And straightforward packaging, nothing bizarre or weird, so I like that. So I'm just going to use that much to start, because the concealer, when the company was Kat Von D, the concealer was very, very, very full coverage, and I love that about it. And let's see if this one is as full coverage. It already feels like it's not as thick as that one, which is not a bad thing. Oh, that's nice. That's a lot of coverage just from that little swipe. And you all saw the intensity of my dark circles. So, woo, coverage. Yes, give it to me. Oh, I hope this wears well. I'm just going to carry a little bit of that on my lid, because I'm going to try out the new Sydney Grace palette. I just received it yesterday. I bought that one a little bit too close to Valentine's Day to get it in time, but that's okay. It's pretty. I can't wait to see how it performs. Y'all know I love Sydney Grace, so I'm sure I'll like it. Come on, coverage. Okay. All right, let's get some Laura Mercier on this. I'm gonna left my large Laura Mercier upstairs, and I'm filming downstairs, just to kind of switch things up, you know, new year and all. Yeah, so that color worked out well. That's a good color for me, because I tend to go slightly darker than one might expect, but that wasn't too dark, and it also wasn't too light to where it looked like bright under my eyes. So that was actually a pretty good color. I could probably stand for some color corrector still, especially on this eye. This eye is always a little bit more dark. But this is what we're looking like. Okay, I'll do the rest of my face and I will check back in with you guys. Just a minute. All right, so far so good with the concealer. I'm gonna get in really close. Okay, I wanted to get in close so you guys could see how the concealer is sitting under my eyes. My fine lines are really showing off today, so this is a good test. We'll see if this concealer sinks in anymore or if it kind of stays put. We shall see. See you guys in a bit. Bye. Alright, so I am in the car with bright natural light. I just wanted to give you guys a glimpse of the concealer before I start my errands, and I'll check back in a bit. Hey guys, it's been 4 hours since I last checked in and just left Ulta, doing a lot of damage, of course. I just wanted to check in and show you guys what was going on with the eyeliner. So, the concealer. So, if you can see how it's sinking into those fine lines and wrinkles, and when I hold my head like this, it makes them look even more prominent. I hate when that happens. That sometimes happens when I've put too much eye cream on or too thick of a moisturizer, and or if a concealer is too moisturizing. So normally I would take my Makeup Forever powder that I keep with me on the go, and I would kind of press those areas out, and that powder is really good for touch-ups on the go. Oh man, it looks terrible, and I have a few more errands to run, so I really want to do that. I'm gonna do it to this eye since it looks the worst, and I will leave that one untouched. While I was in Ulta, I went ahead and got shade 167. Now, remember when I was saying I wish they had more neutral shades? Well, it turns out I actually need, I think, a warmer shade, at least right now, as I'm starting to get more brown and more warm. And those warm shades in concealer sometimes help me out because they give me like a little boost, a little color correction, if you will. So I'm gonna try out 167 tomorrow. So instead of this being a one-day first impression, I'm gonna try it a couple days because I think I may have just gone a little ham on my eye cream, so I'm not giving this the best shot. So there you have it. I'll check back in with you guys later. Oh no, I said I was going to quickly try to improve the situation on my right eye. So let's see if I can do that. I use this Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin in Y425. At least in the winter, I use 425. And it works really well to press out little mistakes like that. I also have the Patrick Star the one size pressed powder, and I've been using that recently and I like it as well. It's just not as good for on the go because I can't fit anything in it, like a sponge. Lord, I couldn't think of that word. I can't fit a sponge in it to use on the go. I could pack a sponge in my makeup bag, but then it'll get on everything else, and so I wish there was just like a tiny slim compartment within that packaging that could hold that to use it if you wanted to for on the go kinds of situations. And so that is what we're looking like. It helped a little. You can see it helped a little with those deep areas where the makeup was kind of collecting. So I've been wearing a mask and had all kinds of appointments and whatnot today. So I will check in with you guys probably at the end of the night. Have a good one. Good morning, everybody. So I'm back with trying this KVD Good Apple Concealer. Today I'm trying shade 167, which even though it is a lower number, it has a warm undertone and is a little bit more orange, peachy if you will, and gives me a little bit of color correction. It might be a tad bit too rich right now, but I actually like this color and I think it's going to be great for the rest of the summer going forward. I don't have any foundation on today, but I do have some of the Lancome dual finish powder, which I do use as a finishing powder, but also sort of like a powder foundation. So as I suspected yesterday, I did put on too much eye cream because today the application of the concealer is much nicer. So far the concealer is not sinking into my wrinkles and fine lines, and it looks pretty good. So I'm out with hubby. Just gonna go grab some lunch and I will check you guys back in a few hours. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's been about 2.5 hours since about 3 hours since I put this concealer on. That's the KVD Good Apple Concealer today in this shade 167, and so far so good. It's looking pretty nice. Now I don't have a full face on of makeup, so it's not apples to apples. Like yesterday I had on more makeup, but the concealer itself, it's pretty good. I like it. What do you guys think? I'll check back in a little bit. Hello everybody, it is the end of the night for wear test on day 2 for the KVD Good Apple Concealer in the shade Tan 167. I'm pretty happy with the durability of the concealer today. I didn't have too many emollient products on underneath, and so it stayed put really well. It didn't emphasize my wrinkles any more than they are. You know, they are what they are. I'm 47 years old, so I have some fine lines, some wrinkles, but I don't feel like it made them any worse. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer. Take a look. See what we're working with. It did wear off a little, but it wore evenly. So I will have you guys take a look on day 3 of our wear test. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to put a full face on and use, so I haven't decided whether I want to use 167 because it was a little, just a smidge warmer than I need right now, or if I want to color correct and then use 169. So I'm not sure. We'll see what I feel like tomorrow. I do think I'm going to keep both shades though, because I can see a place for both of them in my collection, knowing the cycles that my skin tone goes throughout the year. And if today is how the concealer performs on a regular basis, then I do like the formula. But let's stay tuned for day 3 and see what we think. Have a good night. Good morning, everybody. It is day 3 of our wear test for the KVD Good Apple Concealer. Today I decided to use the NARS color corrector and the shade 169 for the concealer. So far, so good. The coverage, when I'm wearing 169, I feel like the coverage isn't as good as shade 167, but this is what we're looking like. I just applied makeup about 10 minutes ago, and I have something very exciting today. My greenhouse is getting put up, so if you are one of my garden loving viewers, then make sure to stay tuned for that video because I'm very, very excited. I'm getting a small greenhouse in my backyard, and I'm wearing my "It's Not Hoarding If It's Plants" shirt. My husband got that for me for my birthday, so I'm very, very appreciative, and I love this. It's very comfy, and it's me. So I will check back in with you guys in a little while, and you may see this shirt and this makeup in my next gardening video. Have a good one. Hey guys, doing a little check-in. It's been about 2 hours, and I wanted to show you what the concealer was looking like in natural daylight. Let's take a look. I think everything is looking good. Nothing is settling into those fine lines or breaking apart, and I'm happy with it. So far, so good. All right, guys, I am back. We are at it's been about 5 hours so far. I know I look a little different because I just got my hair done. So I wanted to check in with the concealer. It's looking really nice. No settling, no separating of the product. Everything looks really good. No complaints. Not drying, not too oily or radiant. Okay, so that's what we're looking like. See you guys in a bit. Alrighty guys, it has been 10 hours of wearing the Good Apple Concealer. I've been in and out of the house recording another video for the gardening section of my channel, and it's been a little bit windy, but a nice day overall, so there was no sweating or anything like that, but I did notice I was getting a little dry on this eye right here, and so I kind of wiped that away accidentally. So that's what you see there, why it looks like that. But if you can see on this side, there's really no accumulation of product under the eye, in my wrinkles. Everything pretty much stayed put except for where I scratched the concealer away. So I would have to say that this was a pretty good one. I do think that I like the shade 167 better than 169. 167 is a warm undertone, and that's what they advertise it as, and 169 is a neutral undertone. I think 169, I will keep both shades, and 169 is going to be really useful for me during the winter months, and when I start going outside and getting a tan, even though it's technically still winter, I've already started to get a little bit of tan doing some gardening stuff and yard work, and so 169 is a better match, and I foresee maybe even mixing the two to get the best of both worlds. It layered well on top of the color corrector, and it was overall a very solid concealer. So if you were considering this one, I'd say it's a good one. The price isn't too bad either, so I think KVD did a good job. Is it my favorite concealer of all time? Well, I'd have to wear it for, a few more months and see if it's one that I'm gravitating towards and one that I'm choosing over others. But I would say it's good, and I would wear it, and I will wear it again. And we'll see how it fares in the summer when we start to kind of perspire a little. So that little dryness that I had gives me an indication that it might be good in the summertime. So we shall see. But that is it for this video. I'm going to give the KVD Good Apple Concealer a thumbs up, and it gets my stamp of approval. And if you have normal to dry skin, I think you will be okay with it. I don't think it's too drying for you, and I think if you have oily skin, you might like it quite a bit. All right, that is it for now. You guys have a good one, and go do something beautiful.